Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ones and Twenties, the show where we roll a lot of 20s. Well, that's a lie. The show where we're 20s sometimes, but mostly ones. Worse every time, really.
That's a guaranteed promise.
I am your dungeon master, David. You're blocking my face. I am
You're
your
Dungeon Master David, you're blocking my face.
Yep, that's me. I'm your dungeon master, Omid. No, you're on David. You're blocking my face. Welcome. Let's go around the true mahogany table.
Hi, I'm Mitch.
He's pissed because of not introducing I have three characters thing. Anyway.
Hi, I'm Faith, and I've had some bad luck.
Hi, I'm Susanna.
David?
Hi, I am David,
Oh, God.
and welcome to the ship, Faith.
So last time, Ambriel and Nick started heading towards the campfire of the
Yeah.
You know who they are. I'm not gonna say everyone's name.
They're
like
doing
every
fine.
character, yeah, every time. Who are also heading in their direction. Nick had a good view from this kind of watering hole, like upper portion. He found some potatoes, 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what's going on over there. Elsewhere, Clem and John almost drowned.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone very far down the river. And Forlorn is pretty much where they started. So we are going to go to Ambriel and Nick. Obviously.
Alrighty. Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of coax Odysseus along,
Mhm.
heading towards where the fire was, previously kind of following the path
Yeah,
further.
give me perception checks. Both of you.
Okay. 11. 14.
Okay. Wolfric.
Yeah.
Cat.
Nice.
I have a lot of characters to. Shut up.
No,
I don't know why Corgan
Make
is such a hard
perception
name to
checks.
remember.
because knives is so easy to remember.
Yes.
Wait, I forgot pink is knives.
What are we doing?
Perception checks.
No.
30, 20? Okay. Wolfric.
A 20, natural 20.
Wait, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought your look on your face was the exact opposite. I was like, oh,
Well,
okay. he didn't hear anything.
because
you're
compared to
pissed
last
off.
session,
Right,
I
yeah.
wasn't expecting to roll a 20 on my first roll.
Okay, so you both see you see a horse and you do see both people riding it because there's one of them has fucking wings coming out of them.
Do we recognize
So,
any of them?
no.
I don't know that Knives has seen this, so I will just grab onto like his shirt and like tug at it and point.
I see it too. You have to get into the voice for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. I saw that.
What do you see?
People.
What? Where?
Unfair.
At a horse? What the hell?
If they have a horse, they're probably
Yeah,
on the stable.
unfair.
You're probably a stable. I love it. No. I know why. That's great.
He's gonna start yelling and kind of waving down. Are
What
we
are
on
you
opposite?
yelling?
Are we on opposite sides of the river?
You are not.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
I'll tip my hat and kind of like spur Odysseus
Mhm.
just a little bit faster
Mhm.
onward, and then kind of wheel around and then hop
Mhm.
off and hold it for Ambriel if Ambriel wants to.
Yeah, embryo.
Wolfric is going to position himself between Corgon, Cat, and the other two.
Okay. And just like
And
I'm gonna
Sort
add
of and like take a mildly defensive stance, not like in a like I'm expecting to fight you kind of way, but just in like a don't try me.
You came really fast at us.
Embryo.
I'm gonna add a fun thing also. Knives. You rolled natural 20, right?
Yeah.
You also do see a large dam being built like at the river. It's not finished, But you see like wood and stuff being
Like a
piled,
beaver
like
dam. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
thank you.
Not like the Hoover Dam.
No.
That would be crazy.
No, that solves your energy problem.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we'll kind of hop off, and then I'll also kind of stand between Odysseus and then have Ambrielle on my other side, and just kind of be like, "Howdy."
Ambrielle is going to step forward
All right.
and sort of open his arms. Be like, "We have arrived to assist you."
Wow, you have.
There's
It's
a
so fast.
y'all are also lost, I presume.
You're lost too, huh?
No, we're not lost, but well, we're sort of lost. We all had that thing happen to us.
Oh, that.
Yeah, the event.
Yeah.
Um,
So
what?
Nick doesn't.
Nick remembers that something.
He remembers
wrong.
that something happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
didn't
doesn't
see
remember.
like
Yeah.
the like he saw it coming. Remember, he just didn't see like it hit
Yeah,
and like people die around.
yeah. We were living one life, and then now we're here.
So I'm guessing you don't have a stable for wherever you guys came from then.
No, but this is my horse Odysseus. This is Ambrielle. I'm Nick, and there's a larger group of us back there. We figure survival is better in numbers, and we saw the fire, and we wanted to come check to be sure
Oh,
everything was
You
okay.
guys have some sort of garden or something?
Garden? No, but we're working on shelter. We have a supply of water. We're working on making nets, and we do have some food.
So you just carry around potatoes with you?
Guy with the wings. I mean, not generally. No, I found potatoes on the way here, and I thought I'd take the
Nice.
plant back. We have a herbalist back at the.
Oh, that's
Group.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. I used to be a chef.
Oh, excellent. I think we already. Well, actually, I know I haven't met him, so I don't
No, you met Dante.
barely know.
Barely,
Thank you.
didn't
He
introduce
knows
her.
nothing about Dante. Oh, that'll be super useful. Right now, we
He
have
was
a
also
healer
wearing an apron.
herbalist. As far as I'm aware, I have me and Odysseus. Ambrielle scared off a wolf. There's wolves to the west here in this forest.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah, there's a big thing in the mountains that had like claws and wings. So I wouldn't suggest, and like looked really
Yeah, I would rightly say that there's quite a bit of danger present. Now, however, I did see some otters, and they seemed perfectly. They were large, but they seemed perfectly fine.
We caught some fish. Do you have fish?
Do we have fish?
Yeah, where you are.
Yes, I believe we do. We're working on making nets, actually.
Oh, that's
One of the
great.
people back, the herbalist, found some plant, I think, that can form netting.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Anyone in your group speaks Wolfric?
Wolfric?
Wolfric.
Okay, do I recognize what kind of creature this is, or anything like
You
that?
can make a knowledge check.
It's just
Knowledge check.
You don't speak Wolfric. What do you speak?
I speak Orc and Common, I believe.
It's just infernally.
History or knowledge?
Yeah.
Um,
If you have a history, like specialized skill or something.
nah, it's an 11.
11, you've never seen anything like him before.
Ambrielle, I don't know. Hello.
Hello.
Looks like a useful strong. I do not like his language. What is Ambrielle, can I talk to you for a minute?
It's not eyes, just narrow.
Hold on.
Everyone has to have one bad character.
I kind of take Ambrielle's time. Excuse us a moment, we can take you back.
Even Forlorn are gonna get along great.
Listen, factions.
Just saying, it gives me a.
I don't know if you've met this individual before, or you have some kind of like preconceived bias, or like your childhood bully had that accent. But generally, when you're trying to
No, it's just infernal, and I speak celestial. They're opposites. It gives me a headache. You don't have to be so pissy about it.
Amber? You were worried about them being friendly, right?
Yes, I guess, and they're friendly, so nothing to worry about.
Let me give you just a piece of advice. If you keep being a little asshole to them, they're not going to remain so friendly.
Cool. Just don't make me talk to them.
That's fine. You don't have to. Maybe
Right.
don't comment on how their language gives you a headache and it's awful. Maybe. I don't know. Costs you nothing to keep your mouth shut. Oh, all right. I obviously we all can't ride on a horseback. He's pretty strong, but he's not that strong. So
It's okay. We've been walking for like forever, so.
All right, I'm gonna hop on him and guide and lead. But the rest of and it actually, if Ambriel, if you want to hop up,
By the way, besides Ambriel, we haven't caught your names.
I told you my name. But I'll repeat it. That's fine. It's Nicholas Fitzmaxim.
Oh, Corgon Knives.
Nice to meet you, Nicholas Fitzmaxim.
Wolfric.
Wilfric. And you're
Cat.
nice to meet you, Kat.
You shake the hand.
It's all right. If you don't want to shake my hand, that's all right. I know there's different traditions and different cultures, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
Yeah, so if Ambriel wants to hop on, I'll lead Odysseus and then we can kind of head back. It's just down along the river this way.
How far down?
Maybe about an hour.
Is your friend always an asshole?
I just met him and I prefer not to comment.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I met up with a big group of them, and it looks like another group joined up, like maybe only about 30.
Wait, there are like a
minutes.
bunch of people? Like how many?
Yeah, no, there's there's me, Ambriel, Odysseus is a horse, but he's living and he's with us, and there's the herbalist, Sharn, and then
Wait.
there's
Sure.
oh, you know her.
I do.
Yeah, she's been around help. She's the one who found the equipment we're gonna use.
Okay,
for
let's
fishing
go.
nets.
We're going. Let's
Okay,
go.
all right, we're going.
All right, all right.
And I'll explain also. I'll keeping an eye out,
I've
but
never
like
seen
keeping
her so
casual conversation,
excited.
trying to keep everybody on the same page.
Um,
Kind of say like and then there's this Beatrice Tiefling, very helpful, very nice lady. Dessert, and then also there's this strong guy, Dante, I believe.
Make a. I'm gonna have you do your thing in a second.
Yeah.
However,
yeah.
make
Corgon,
a,
do you
make
know
a,
Dante? Of course you do.
He's gonna be like a DC 5. You should know him.
His butchery was across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a straight roll. 8.
8. Yeah. You recognize that name.
Oh shit, Dante.
Yeah, he was a last. I didn't really talk to him, but he was carrying a big log. We're building a shelter for one of our sicklier companions. I think his name was Jean Claude,
No one knows who the fuck that is.
John Claude, something like that.
I don't know who that is, but if
Yeah.
Dante's there, we're gonna be eating good.
All right.
I mean, I was hoping for fucking rivalry when we started this. So whatever.
You got Forlorn and Clem.
I know.
Well, hold on. We don't know how they'll interact once they start cooking
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. So before they leave,
Mhm.
maybe sort of as the others start to take off, Wolfric is going to pull Knives aside.
Mhm.
Vertraust du ihnen?
I mean, I know Dante, but like it kind of worked at a competing business. It's a small little place. I mean, he wasn't a bad guy. He had a family and everything.
Can't be bad if you have a
The
family.
lowest bar.
Politicians, they can't be bad if they don't have a family.
Yeah. Look at those
Besides
kids in
being
that-
in like rival shops, he's okay, I guess.
Cat's gonna run back to them when she notices them.
I'm just gonna try to keep Ambrielle from offending anybody.
So Cat runs up to you too.
We're coming.
Okay, it's just that Sharon can help you with your head when you hit the tree because she's good at that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of checking back. Do I notice that there's a head injury? Because Sharon did give me bandages.
You can make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, you notice.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see your injury right there. Sharon did give me some bandages just in case any of y'all were injured. So I'm gonna take out the bandages and
You're also no, you're not injured.
It's just me.
It's just you.
Oh, I'm fine, but
So if you
there's
try to
sand
open
that'll
it, you'll
eat
be
you
fine
here.
for it.
that's good to know. I'll keep an eye out, especially for Odysseus, because that would be bad for
Yeah, don't get your horse stuck in the sand. It'll probably break its leg and die. But then we could eat horse, so
I would prefer us not to eat Odysseus.
It's very lean. You wouldn't like it.
Until he is dead. But I
I
understand
used
there's
to
a
literally eat garbage. I don't think horse would be worse.
horse meat can prepared
Breaks
properly.
my heart.
Horse meat properly prepared can be enjoyed.
Yeah, but we don't want to kill the horse.
Exactly. But if something happened,
It's just saying, don't let the horse get caught in the sand. It'll eat it because it'll break a leg.
I appreciate that.
Oh, what was his name again? I'm not gonna bring it up.
What was his name?
So how long have you been with this like group of people?
Maybe like I came across them maybe like an hour ago or so. No, maybe more like 2 hours because it took a little while to travel to. I was alone before then, and I ran into.
Where did you
several,
show up? I showed up on the top of that mountain. Well, not the top of the mountain, up on that cliff. And there's a big thing with claws and like a bird's head. It's probably gonna eat me. But I
Nick
got
was
off.
on like the other side of the mountain range, almost right towards the north.
The knife.
The north.
Towards the west side. You're basically like on You're basically like on the east side of the mountain range, even though it does continue in both directions.
Mhm.
But you were on the west side.
Okay, yeah.
before.
And then I like came all the way across. I actually woke up with Odysseus over in that direction yonder. And we actually encountered a feline type predator, I believe. But we managed to scare it off. And then
mountain lion or something.
yeah, something like bigger, sharper teeth.
With my magical ingredients, does that sound familiar?
Cat with sharper teeth. It's not enough of a description for you to discern.
Can I give a better description?
Sharper teeth.
If you describe the tusks,
Yeah,
would be
like
signifying.
tusks, kind of
Sharper
like
teeth.
like canines that were super elongated, like down to here.
Would knives recognize?
I'll let you make a check for that. So it'd be nature plus your special.
Shorter, like a shorter
plus your
snout
special
than you're
skill.
used to, but like
So
these huge
intelligence-
teeth and like bulky.
It's just a +2 then.
Yeah.
Oh, 20.
20? Okay. This sounds like an extinct creature. It's not necessarily magical. But I mean it's a very extinct creature. It's a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
You don't remember the name of that.
Yeah.
Wait,
Those died a long
But-
time ago.
Well, I can only tell you what
Wait,
I
you know
saw.
like stuff about animals and stuff?
Well, my restaurant used to specialize in magical creatures.
Do you know of a magical creature? I'm gonna describe what I saw.
gotcha.
On the
Yeah,
mountain.
you can make a roll for that.
Do you know if this is
While
a
we're
creature
walking
that's
and
also
talking,
extinct?
Nick would like he's kind of paying attention to the conversation, contributing where needed. He's gonna keep an eye on the forest specifically.
Okay.
That's not ringing. any
Ambrielle is
bells.
not paying attention to the conversation and is also going to be keeping an eye out for
It
wolves.
didn't roll so great, 9, but
It's not ringing any bells.
19 for Ambrielle.
Yes.
Um,
You're both trying to keep watch. However, you're trying to tell the story and
Yeah.
whatnot, and Ambrose able to focus more.
Is
Sorry,
it feathered? I don't.
I rolled like a 4.
Oh, 4 now.
Well, maybe we can talk some more because I think everyone else has also encountered some various beasts. I also encountered some humanoid type creatures, but they were very tall and they had big clubs and they tried to chase me. Very rotund.
They kind of sound like giants, but like giant can mean like a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's like giants, and then
They were
there's,
about.
like-
I'm gonna find a tree that was about their height and be like, they're about as tall as that tree yonder right there.
It's the size of an ogre. Is it?
And
Is
you,
the
like,
size
do I
of
have
a
to
tree.
roll? So I just know it's an ogre.
Oh no, you don't know it's an ogre. Oh, you just described it. That's what you're trying to do.
Because like giant is like a very broad term. It could be a literal giant, or it could just be anything that's larger than humanoid.
Yeah, you can make a knowledge check.
6.
No.
that
No idea.
something large, that big, it could be like any number of things.
Yeah, and then Ambrielle encountered some. Their group encountered some big wolves. But other than that, yeah, no, I've been making my way kind of across, trying to find water, and then eventually, I also found some. I bring out the bananas. There's more of these that I had
Did
back.
you
in
give
the-
the bananas away? I know you
I
gave
gave 4. I have 1.
You have
on my
one left.
belt.
Okay.
Well, me and Wolf would have come across a really big bear.
Mm.
Zebras.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of dangerous wildlife, but if what you say the saber tooth or
He doesn't
I
have
know.
any banana.
you say this big cat it's
been
extinct
dead.
though.
It's been dead for God knows how long.
Well, considering it almost ate me, I don't think it's dead anymore.
Hmm.
And like your big bear, bigger than normal bears, I presume.
Biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, but there used to be bears that big, right?
I don't know
Turns
what's
to
going
God
on.
says, right?
I
Well,
don't-
I'm sure that's
No.
information that
Yeah,
you
I know. I
know,
was
yeah.
making a joke.
How dare you? Don't you ever Joko me.
I'll just die then. So that works.
Well, it looks like perhaps a lot of stuff that was previously not alive anymore has come back.
Or we went back to them.
That's preposterous. No, that's
No, I mean, I don't claim to know much about
that sounds
mystical
like
arts
magic.
or anything like that, and I know that it's pretty much fled, but like,
It doesn't exist.
Wait, if you said there were wolves here, why are we still talking? Shouldn't we be like sneaky?
well, they're mostly staying to the forest, and I haven't seen them along the river yet. But if you would like to be quiet, that might be a good idea. You have good survival instincts.
Okay.
Look,
She
everybody
gives.
sees Cat and is like, "Is this a child?"
Cats looks are so good. Okay, so we're going to switch on over to, you guessed it, the true.
The
Yeah. So we're gonna go there. Forlorn. You are on the north side of this river, on the western side. They're on the southwestern side, much farther down. You have not been moving, they have.
They're just laying on the
You-
roof.
Yeah.
Like,
You need to make a perception check to be able to see them.
oh, really? They're that
Yes,
far away.
they're very far away. They've rolled a lot of natural
Total of 20.
20. Wow. You somehow you see their silhouette.
Forlorn.
You definitely can't hear them. You just hear muffled. You just hear muffled.
I see the hand go.
Yeah.
I'm not crossing that river.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
like
crossing that
I'm gonna
river
like
again.
pull myself up.
Mhm.
All right, John. I think we gotta crawl closer to Forlorn. He's our only hope. As much as I hate to admit it. I know when I'm beaten this, but a river fucking beat me.
Just give me one more minute. Ah. Ah.
You got it. You're a fucking hero, man.
All right.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right. I imagine we're like supporting each other, gonna
Mhm.
get up and then just kind of walk as close as we can back upriver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you eventually reach the quad.
Yeah.
And he's on the other side.
Sorry.
You guys need to cross. You guys need to cross. So
You want to assist with that, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do that again. And he points to like the ice bridge that he made.
Well, you're really expecting a lot of me to be able to cross this thing. We almost drowned, Forlorn. I'm not super eager
I
at the moment
noticed.
to get back in.
I noticed.
Are there like rocks that we could try to jump across?
Make a luck check.
Three.
Sorry.
Is there a vine I could swing
Oh
off?
my
of?
god.
Would ice slide help in any way?
Ice slide? I'm gonna
Choose a
go-
creature within range to dash, ignoring threatening.
You're freezing the ground. However, you could theoretically freeze the. You'd have to time it very well to freeze what they're directly under. You'd have to time it very well. And if you don't time it correctly, it would be very bad.
What kind of check would that be? Would that be a numbers check?
You know, sure, I'll give you that if you want to try it. And then also awareness.
Okay.
But if you failed at it, it would be very bad.
You will kill them.
I think I have a plan. I think I could do something, but I think it might be better if we do it away from this intersection here. Maybe find a place where the water is slower and more shallow.
All right, I guess we'll both start walking down this section on opposite sides of the river and try to find a place where the river is narrower,
So we're
shallower, and slower.
So we're heading west, right?
West.
Right?
Yeah. And you're in the southern spot, and you're in the northern spot. Cool. While you're doing that, just give me perception checks.
14.
26. And 7.
Who got 26?
Forlorn.
Where is Forlorn looking?
He's on the north side.
Right, he's on the north side. What's he looking out for?
Any danger on his end, and trying to make sure he's keeping up with the other two.
So looking for things on your end. You're both kind of like you're twinning, you know, on each side.
Twinsies!
Forlorn, as you kind of get back to the area where you were eventually you were all at before you started heading south, you get kind of closer to there, and you're
he's gonna cast.
north of you.
He's casting ice armor on himself.
No,
again.
they're friends.
Oh, fuck. Oh no.
Forlorn, you just naturally like your normal grumpiness, or is something wrong?
There's
Do you have a
something-
rock in your shoe?
There's something over here.
Oh no, maybe you should cross the river.
Okay. You see a small, brown, furry-tailed creature climb down a tree.
How, like, when you say small, comparatively, how small?
It's like the size of small.
It's a monkey. Because
Yes.
monkeys have
Yeah,
nails.
yeah.
Nails do not have nails. Fun fact. That's an educational dating podcast.
Those are for the end of the episode.
Education has
I'm
no
always for
bounds.
monkeys. Yeah. I'm always for monkey fucking knowledge.
Is it a capuchin?
Hello. Goodbye. He's gonna keep.
Okay.
Well, there's no need to be rude,
Just give
forlorn.
me I know you're not being intimidating, kind of. Just give me an intimidation check to see if it leaves you alone.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.
He follows you.
No.
Hi, friend. Hey. Can I take a berry and just throw it on the ground near it?
You said you waved at it?
Yeah.
And you throw a berry to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Don't encourage. What are you doing? Don't encourage it.
12. Or no, it's 11.
Give me
And
actually bolster 1. This might not change much.
it does. 14.
Yeah.
Let me mark that off.
Seems to be mimicking you.
I start doing a jig.
Give me a performance check.
11.
Let me find my monkey character.
Makes
Okay.
friends everywhere. he
Now
goes.
that someone finally ran into these goddamn monkeys, people keep passing them.
It sounds like it's a capuchin based on your vocalizations, by the way. They're the monkeys that, like, the monkey in Night Museum?
Yeah, it is.
That's a capuchin.
It's well, yeah.
That's a capuchin.
Actually, no. It's closer to. In my head, it looks exactly like Apu.
Is it Boomafoo?
No, Apu
Apu
from
from
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Probably a little bit bigger.
Okay. Most
did describe
monkeys
it in
in
brown,
yeah,
yeah.
most monkeys in TV are capuchins, so that's what I kind of assumed.
Yeah.
If they're not chimps, but chimps are bigger
Right.
and violent.
Yes. That would not be. Yeah.
Unless they're bonobos, which means they just want to fuck.
So what was your performance check?
11.
11.
This monkey outdoes me.
Okay, it is a negative. All right. It rolled a natural 11, but it has a negative. So it tries to mimic you, and it's amusing. It actually does a pretty good job at mimicking you. It almost does as good as you.
Yeah. Like, stop. Oh, look. Forlorn, you have a friend.
I don't have anything.
Forlorn, be nice.
I don't have anything.
Have you ever made friends before, Forlorn? No?
Well, I have you, don't I?
You do have me, I guess. And you definitely have John, because John's a sweetheart.
I'm still very tired.
The monkey's going to start going farther down the river, the direction you were actually going.
Well, at least
Yeah.
it's leaving
In a
me
hurry.
alone.
Not like
I
a danger hurry.
yeah.
But yeah.
kind of hurry up
Okay.
a little bit. I follow the
All right.
monkey.
Why? We need to save our energy. Okay, John.
Well, like he doesn't seem dangerous. Most of the creatures we found have been helpful at the end when they're not trying to kill us. And this one clearly isn't trying to kill us.
You're changing your tune very fast.
Listen, the cannibal horse is real, but this monkey doesn't look like he's gonna eat us. He gave a little dance.
It seems smarter than most things we've come across, which scares me.
Kevin Bacon.
Worries me. Is a better
Well, I
word.
mean the guy over there, and I point towards where the original drill seemed to have a conception of property rights. So I don't know what this monkey does, but and like they do, it seems like they have language. I mean, I am the Usha now, so
Yes, and the Osha almost drowned.
listen. And there was no stipulation saying the Usha had to be good at swimming.
All right. Well, I guess
I don't even trust bats.
that explains a lot. But
I just dump a bucket of water on me, call it good.
again, I'm not gonna repeat myself. I mean, we're heading that way anyway, I guess.
All right. And at that moment, the monkey gets to a crossing in the river and just goes right across with it. For reference sake, the description is similar to what Nick encountered before, trying to
Okay.
get his horse across. So
Yeah.
it's an easy path.
I open my arms for the monkey. I catch the monkey.
Oh, great. You have a pet now.
It's like reaching into your hair.
Yeah, I give it a little scrunch, and I said, like,
Does Clem have hair?
no, Clem's a dragonborn.
Oh, right. Really? Does he have? No, you don't have
No.
feathers. Okay. He's touching your scales.
I give him a little scritch.
Takes a little bite of your scales,
Yeah.
just trying to see what it's like.
Hardy, right? Do the tongue scent thing.
John is like, he's a little cute, you know.
Right?
Oh, I don't know what your
I
problem
mean-
is.
And he did show, apparently we could get across pretty easily here. So yeah, I give it the old college try.
Yeah, you literally just walk across. It's like a perfect like.
This thing saved our lives. He. I check. Wait, is it he or she?
Oh,
What are your preferred pronouns?
let's see here. I'm just gonna go with 1 through 9 male, 10 through 20 female. Or is it 11? It would be 11 through 20 female, 1 through 10 male. It is a female.
She saved our lives.
She did really, yeah.
Yeah, no. And I mean, I think we have to. I feed her another berry. I'm just going through them.
Another whole golf
Ball size berry.
Its stomach immediately bursts.
Yeah, I form a perch for it and stuff, and like on my shoulder, I let it
Oh,
stay
you want
up
him to
there.
okay,
yeah.
so he crawls up onto your shoulder just
Yeah.
before you're just holding him.
Do you want to come with us, buddy?
It's just another mouth to feed, but sure.
I'm pretty sure this thing is worth its weight in knowledge
Berries. Oh,
and chutzpah.
Sure.
I mean, did you know there was a crossing?
We would have came across it either way.
Saved us some time. And I'll start walking back along the north path.
okay.
Plus, it might have a way to counter the cannibal horse.
Say that one more time.
The cannibal horse.
Oh, cannibal. You called it a demon horse before.
It's both.
It's both.
It's a
That-
demonic
you're right.
cannibalistic horse.
I'm an
Come on,
idiot.
Normies.
Glad you're alive, John. Thanks. I am too. That's it.
Cool. I was like, that's gonna be an awkward conversation. Right.
Yeah, you really contributed to that, Forlorn.
So you
Not
all
much I
head,
could have done.
so you all head east. And we are gonna go back to our other group.
So one other group.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
there's three groups.
there's
right
technically
now.
three, but they're about to. Yeah, so you all we're gonna go to like the campsite.
All right, yeah.
So you know what the campsite.
Mhm.
This is not the shelter,
Mhm.
the work in progress. So I need to know
Mhm.
who is actually working on building a shelter, because this will take time and effort.
I have to imagine that Dante is really the only one that can lift the log.
Okay, so he's
I'll help place stuff because I'm Sharn
mhm.
is good at in
Oh.
engineering and
Okay.
basic building craft and stuff. And
Jean Claude
Mhm.
can provide what's the word I'm looking for?
Architectural knowledge.
Sure, that as well. That's better than what I was gonna say.
does
Does
Jean
that-
Claude want to focus on the Mets?
Maybe, but
Okay.
we'll see what he has to say about this. What's God? There's a specific word I'm looking for. It's
Can you describe this?
He's like the foreman. That's what I was looking for.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He could be like, you know, the instructor.
Do this thing over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
This needs more support.
Just so you know, I have a +6 to engineering specifically.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Jared. Oh, because
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
you're
she's a gnome.
Jesus.
And that's fine. Jean-Claude is smart. Yeah, that was my two characters.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm trying to
So
fish for.
that's the. Is Beatrice doing anything? This will take time and effort. You don't have to do anything.
Does Beatrice want to work on the nets?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, Beatrice used to be a sort of tutor and lady in waiting sort of person. And she's no, I'm just saying that she knows. She probably is familiar with fiber craft
Yes.
and can.
No, I got it.
Well, and I figured as much help as Jean-Claude could probably be there, he probably cares more about the.
Right. Yeah. I
Sure,
did the
yeah.
same thing.
That's
Yeah, so
So-
Beatrice will be off to the side, first examining the plant and then trying to get it into a more suitable form to weave in that.
Which
and then-
plant was? Oh, right. That's
I have
that
some
plant.
twine leaves.
So yes. So go ahead and we're gonna do yours first because that's easier. So go ahead and give me a crafting check, Susanna.
It's intelligence.
So yeah. So a good modifier for that.
Is it natural one?
No, that's 8.
8. Okay. You're working on it.
Yeah.
This is obviously gonna take a while. So for the rest of you, I need crafting.
From
Well, no, I'm gonna say strength check from you,
from
Dante.
from Dante. I'm
Just
gonna
so you know,
say yes.
Jean-Claude's specialized skill is command.
Okay, so how about we have Jean-Claude go first, actually,
Okay.
since you're kind of the foreman.
Yeah.
This would be, we'll just say charisma plus that.
Okay.
Good one.
It is.
Cool. All right, so
He's been out in the sun too long. He's starting to desiccate.
well, he's giving very bad orders. You're gonna give me a strength
Just
check.
build it
and
over
You're
me.
gonna give me a crafting check, Faith. You're both gonna have hinder 1.
Engineering?
I can make the engineering check,
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I mean.
but based off
It's crafting,
intelligence.
and then
Yeah.
you get the engineering. But you both have hinder 1 because of the bad orders.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. 7?
Yeah.
Can I
6.
push?
Yeah, you can push for this.
Yeah.
I'd also like to wait. Hold on. How much health does Sean have? Not a lot. But is it? It's for a
Doesn't mean it's
patient.
gonna be damage. It's
Yeah.
just something bad.
She'll push. This is for a patient.
Okay. So, for both of you, I'm gonna say you really push. You're both having a hard time doing this, and you're having to redo a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay. You're having to redo a lot of work because the original instructions not
What is
work
that?
together.
Yeah.
At all.
And he's just asking for things that are just not feasible.
Yeah, he's like,
Exactly.
and maybe a windmill.
A second story.
A slide.
Towards the food.
No,
you
need to do that precisely at 46-degree angle, otherwise it will not work.
Sure. Well, I'm not sure that that's feasible currently. But maybe later on when we have more supplies, we can work on that, Jean-Claude.
Is this what I asked you to do?
Jean,
Hello?
we've talked before. Please don't get snippy with me.
I'm not trying to be snippy. You asked me to help you with this thing, and I'm trying to help, and now you are telling me that the things I'm telling you are bad.
But is a windmill really medically necessary?
I suppose that depends on who you ask for and for whom.
Well, as
I need
your,
the air circulation.
well, as your doctor, I'm gonna say it's probably not top priority. We probably need to get you out of the sun soon.
Yes, this is one thing, of course.
Kind of top of the list. Windmill, maybe bottom of the list.
I am just telling you the quality of the air around me is just as deadly to me as the sun. You know this.
So, for Sharn and for Dante, if either of you eaten food today,
No. Well,
Yes,
probably early, yeah. Like
we
breakfast.
got tubers
Like,
and stuff
yeah,
like
probably will end. You know, considering that the day was already like midway through when the whole thing, the Dante probably eats like a hearty like
that. Well,
meat and eggs breakfast
no,
every kind of day.
since we got here,
mm-hmm.
if you remember when they first arrived,
Mhm.
Sharn found edible tubers,
Yes.
and they had some.
Yes. So, pretty much everyone's eaten once today.
Mhm.
So you will probably need to eat again.
Yeah. Well, that's
For
a natural course of
you,
things.
right? For you two, however, you're gonna require more food than whatever the normal portion would have
All
been.
right, I
Because
have.
you've exhausted so much of your energy.
I will use up the rest of my tubers,
Okay.
giving them to both of us,
Mm-hmm.
and then could we each eat a banana? Would that be enough?
Yes, that would be.
All right.
Those are honestly the biggest food that you have.
All right. I'm gonna have Sharn keeping track of the bananas. I'm gonna assume her and Nick exchanged bandages for bananas.
Yes. Good.
They both start
Um,
with B.
Good bartering system already.
They both start
Another
with
B. Yeah.
So
No,
we have
just-
2 bananas
Oh, another B.
left with the group, and then they're tubers. But I assume they complete the shelter.
Yes.
Um,
Is,
Do you mind moving Jean Claude into the shelter, Dante? There.
Of course, I
Do
have
mind.
many children about his size.
All right. I think
And
once he's
delicacy.
in shelter, he'll feel a bit better.
I've noticed that he's a little moody.
It's a symptom of the effects of the direct sun
Mm.
soon on him. Hopefully, once he's in the shed, it'll be good.
Of course.
I'm gonna say the shelter
Mhm.
fits 4 people.
Okay.
It's 4 people.
One of them is John Claude.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He does count as a person.
Yes.
I'm going to go check on Beatrice and see how the net is progressing.
Mm.
Well, good news. We have completed the shelter.
Oh, that is very good. Yes.
Yes. And we can fit maybe 4 people in it, including Jean Claude, so 3 other than him. But how is the net coming?
Oh, it is a little bit slow going as I'm getting used to this particular fiber and weight. I don't want to waste any, and I don't want to tie a knot or some things that would hinder its effectiveness.
No, I understand. I can. Perhaps plant fibers are slightly different than animal fibers when it comes to knitting and kind of weaving and stuff like of that nature. Perhaps I can assist.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. Here is what I have so far.
All right. Can I assist in the crafting
Mm.
or speed it up at least?
So here's what I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say that you've all been working a couple hours. Like it's a lot of work and time to put up a shelter.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna say is,
Around the time Nick gets back.
yeah, Nick's already. basically when you like talk to Jean-Claude, like you have it functional enough for him to go in. It still needs to be completed. So I mean, and you've already done the roll for that, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, Nick and them come back while you both are still technically working on this. I mean, you just can't get it currently. It's not like you've finished like part of it.
Yeah.
But they do return, and you still have some work to do. But this is taking you like
A long
been
time.
like
Yeah.
it's been like 3 hours.
Right.
Oh, it looks like our
Our compatriots are back.
Oh, and they have some people with them.
If Sharn notices that one of them is injured, she'll immediately go to that person.
Okay, yeah, Wolfric, a gnome. What's that to you? Or that story is up to you?
She kind of holds up her arms. I see that you're injured there. And she kind of points to the head injury and is like,
he speaks.
Ich habe mir vielleicht Dummkopf geschlagen.
Beatrice, you recognize exactly what he's saying.
Hey.
God.
Is there any other tieflings here? No, the other tiefling is
Dante.
Forlorn.
And Dante.
And Dante. Oh, Dante? Oh, yeah, duh, of course.
Of course. His name is Dante.
Yes. So,
how can
yeah.
you not be a tiefling?
Exactly.
A lot of people are tieflings, but we can't all be.
Beatrice will go up and check, I guess.
May I look at your head injury? She kind of points and she kind of like holds out her hands and some of the herbs she has.
Beatrice will translate.
Yes, you can talk in English to this because they hear. Because Susanna needs to know what you're saying.
I don't think that I am a little bit Scottish myself.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's like those fucking Russians.
It's like those fucking Russians.
Oh, hi. Polish noses.
I don't think that I really need help. I'll be okay.
Well, he's saying that he will be okay. And she'll switch. But perhaps something to help stabilize. There are a lot of creatures around here that are very dangerous, and
Can Sharn do a perception check to see how bad the injury really is?
It's under bandages right now.
Oh, yeah. Did
Because
Nick put
the
that on,
bandages
right?
on it.
You'd have to remove the bandages to check.
He doesn't really like help. That's why hasn't eaten.
Beatrice, I assume you share a language with this.
yes, I do.
Your name is
Corgan knives.
Corgan Knives, Sharn Beaton. Could you please explain to your friend, the individual here, that I would just like to examine the wound to know how bad it is.
Wait, Sharn.
Sharn.
That?
And Sharn sees Kat for the first time and runs for her and is like, "My stars, Kat, you're here."
I want to, as Wolfric, sort of set up a perimeter.
Oh, darling.
You're
They're
just,
there.
Like it at the like right now probably just like
I
scattered
caught
out,
some fish.
but like
It's very good.
I'm
You
sure
always
you're
were a
doing the wolf
survivor.
thing, but wolf
She's
is
very
What
very-
happened to you?
I'm sure you're doing the wolf.
I was
wolf thing, but wolf is
attacked by a
wisdom.
wolf,
yeah, just fine.
but the one with
Yeah,
feathers there,
Make a perception check.
Embryo, saved your lives.
He's kind of an asshole.
Can I use
Try not to judge,
just a
but
+1?
you know,
Sure.
useful
Can I
people
use
can be
my
assholes.
Specialized hurting skill.
It's a useful thing to know.
Or maybe
She's very handy.
It's like I want to, because like
No,
bit-
I am aware.
it's not sure for you.
A bit rude.
Okay, what would I-
It's not a very nice thing to say.
Protective guardian type.
She didn't shake.
Has anyone told you that maybe if you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all?
It's just one.
Mr. Corrigan Knives.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Knives. Have you ever thought of that?
Ever thought it might be nice to shake someone's hand when they offer it to you?
Different
So
cultures have
would you
different
know for
traditions.
things? Balance and-
Wouldn't
That's
expect
exactly what
particular-
Nick said.
Yeah,
Too.
I wouldn't expect you
What did you do?
to
13.
greet me with a whiskey.
7, good.
Well, I would.
Check it
What's
out.
whiskey?
If you
It looks
asked.
okay.
It's an
We're
alcoholic
not super
beverage.
good.
Yeah.
Very common where I'm from. It's generally the polite way to greet people.
Tree over.
Well, if you asked, I
He
would
did
offer,
make a
but I
fire
don't
and
have
cook
it.
me fish, so.
All right, well, he can't be all that bad. Traditionally, you don't need to ask for whiskey when you're looking for hospitality.
Which is attack.
I think I need to visit your place sometime.
Well, I'm
Whenever-
not quite sure it exists anymore. Or
Well-
yet, depending. You do know we've traveled through time.
That came to mind.
Because we saw, well, Nick saw the animal that
Some
you
sort
said
of-
had
Oh, right.
died.
Some sort of
Long
cat
time ago.
that died a long time ago.
Not like great show, but it's a little bit easier.
Sharn would
but
like
it's
to
not very
whistle up
particular.
and gather the big
Yes.
grouping
I was
here.
gonna say you turn around to where Wolfric was. He's just gone, like running around like the perimeter of sort of this encampment, like checking things out.
All right. Sharn issues a whistle.
Whistles, yep.
All right. I know that some of you have joined us pretty recently, but I think it's important for you to know what we think is going on. We've potentially traveled back through time. I know that perhaps not all of you remember, but there were the Mage's Tears,
You don't remember the name of it.
or the
I know.
Balls of light falling from the sky. This has been recorded in myth and legends, and usually magical creatures would deal with it. But with their mostly being extinct or hunted to the brink, they weren't able to combat these forces. But instead of dying, at least among us, it seems we have been transported back through time. Now, the evidence supports this because I have seen many plants that either are archaic versions of ones I'm familiar with or ones that have gone extinct hundreds of years ago. And apparently, according, some people have seen animals that have also gone extinct. This is the most logical explanation at the moment, but I'm open to other interpretations, but based on my knowledge of the old myths and the evidence in front of us, this is what I believe had happened. And she'll also turn to Beatrice to see if Beatrice will translate this to...
Yeah, Beatrice will.
When she mentions the magical creatures not being able to combat the Mage's Tears, Dante will simply clap Knives on the back and say, tough luck.
And I mean, it's not my fault they're so good.
It's also not your fault, I suppose, that they needed to be eaten, but
There's a difference between sustainable management and reckless overhunting.
I was in charge of that part.
No,
They
I
just brought them-
I do not blame you for it, but I
So,
think it
like,
just needs to be said.
what do we do now?
Survive.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't really matter what happened to us.
And I think potentially it would behoove us to somehow leave clues for the future if we can change things to be sure that these creatures aren't hunted to extinction again, to prevent deaths in the future.
Well,
We have a duty.
we don't know that anyone died. We just know that we're here.
It's true, but if we do nothing, if we've been transported back in time, the event is not without the aid of magical creatures. I don't think it would be terribly survivable.
Sharon, if I may interrupt, I did not mean to be snippy. How do we know that if we leave something here, it will go back to the present that we are from? Could it not go to a different present altogether?
Also, some of us left some people behind. People we care about.
At the moment, I don't have a solution to these problems, but if we can possibly help people in the future, even if they're not necessarily the same people we left behind, I feel like we have a duty. And either we're in an alternate dimension, sent back in time, causing a split in reality, or we have been sent back to our own past. And that means perhaps the past is malleable. I am not a foremost scholar on theories of time travel and the ways of the temporal landscape, but we must survive, and then perhaps we look to the future.
I do not mean to interrupt again, but how do we know that the thing that we are already doing right now and not what already happened? You know, so the things that we do now creates the future in which we are sent back.
We can't know.
That's great time travel with you all day.
We can't know, but
Okay,
we can act for the
you-
most good in the present
does
moment,
it-
which includes survival and then perhaps a discussion on what we do in the future. All I'm
Okay.
saying is that we're probably in the past.
I can fish. We gotta have food, right? I can fish. I grabbed a fish with my bare hands, but it wasn't very good. It was kind of small.
Perhaps once our
This one was good.
Beatrice over here is working on a net, and perhaps
Okay.
once that's done, you could assist in the fishing. Kat, I know you're very, very, very able to find food. You're a good forger.
But also Nick found some weird plants
Also-
that he wanted to show you.
Also, just so that we're all aware, we're not going to be eating garbage while I'm here.
Well, I didn't think it was on the table, but all
I
right.
was never going to eat garbage anyway.
Thank you.
Are you
all
a
I
chef?
said was that
Oh, do you know Dante?
Yeah,
Does Jean-Claude know knives? Or know of knives?
working
I mean,
across
I
the
guess
street.
it would be. I
He's like a
don't.
fancy chef.
You wouldn't know the chef of the restaurant, but I would assume you would order stuff to be delivered to your
Mm.
place
Mhm.
because it is like fancy, like magical ingredient, like it
Yeah.
has all that stuff. It would be something, but you as Jean-Claude, you wouldn't fucking know the
What's
chef.
his-
You
what's his
wouldn't
last
give a
name?
shit.
Porcher Marquis du Fontaine.
I think Knives might recognize the name.
But you
maybe?
wouldn't know Marquis du Fontaine because you don't remember Fontaine.
Yeah, you can't remember Fontaine, so it would be difficult. You would be aware of the types of food
Yeah.
he prepares, but you'd have to make the link.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, Sharon. I know knives.
Yeah, we're just sort of across the street.
So you're both proficient in cooking then? Perhaps we can put our heads together and find some more edible
Well,
foods. And
if-
Nick will speak up, or unless you.
if we're going to get technical, I'm more of the meat cut and he's more of the cook. But I know my way around a piece of meat.
I meant to tell you, Sharon, I found some, I love talking to myself. It's the best thing that you can do as a role player. I would highly recommend it. Just talk to yourself all the time. There's nothing wrong with it.
This is our PSA. So talk
Uh,
to yourself all the time.
I found this plant. I believe it's potatoes, maybe? Or
Yeah.
something similar. And he hands over the 3 potatoes and the potato plant.
Mhm.
Can Sharon look at the plant and see if it can be planted again? Can it be salvaged if she took care of it?
Make a nature check.
Well, if not, we could probably bury the plant, the potatoes themselves.
22.
Clearly, this is deciding if it can be redone.
Like, can she cultivate this? Or is she going to have to go find a better plant? Also, for the viewers at home, potatoes are a domesticated plant, which we owe our lives to the indigenous people of Peru for.
Yes.
So, stop being a dick to indigenous people of South and North America. Because otherwise you wouldn't have French fries, motherfucker.
We have a lot of foods.
I didn't know I
There's a
came
lot
from
of
Peru.
foods.
Yeah, it's from the Andes.
They had like
Just think about
hundreds
that.
and hundreds. It was either hundreds or thousands of different types of
Hundreds, yeah.
potatoes. Way more than we have now.
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you think you're better than them. Anyway,
You're not.
If you think
Have
our
you
potatoes-
domesticated a crop recently? No.
Also corn. I mean, they didn't do it, but specifically.
You're telling.
I don't know if we should talk to our audience or not.
No means already
We're-
done that.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're yelling knowledge at them.
Mhm.
Anyway, Nick rolled he didn't roll great.
You didn't
for
roll
getting
great.
this plant, and he lost a lot of potatoes. So I'm gonna say
Well, I thought he rolled well to take it out, just that he didn't get a lot of potatoes with it.
Yeah, he rolled
It
well to get
was-
it out, and he just didn't get a lot of potatoes with it.
It was the one
yeah,
check.
it was the luck check.
Like he preserved most of the root system and stuff.
Mhm. What I would say, give me just another luck check. Actually,
Unfortunately, from a gardening perspective,
easiest.
the way you plant potatoes is by taking the potato.
9.
9. Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't you put a potato in the ground?
Yeah.
You don't even need
You
the.
want to get the potato eyes, the eyes and the potato. If you
Yeah.
so you can take one potato and cultivate it into 4 plants if it has at least 4.
Yeah,
eyes.
because my grandpa had me we just took the potato out and just redug it.
All right.
So then, technically, in that case, you can reuse these potatoes to do that. Yes.
She'll take the potatoes from Nick. Let me transfer.
Mhm.
Doing a lot of
Yeah, in
transfer.
your characters.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna have to find out a way to plant them and maybe
Shouldn't be too difficult.
I'm more of a way to divide it so that we have something to eat, but also something to grow.
I mean, can I examine the potatoes and find one that I think could grow 4 potato plants?
Yeah.
All right.
That's easy enough.
If I keep this one in reserve, you can use these 2 for cooking.
All right,
She'll hand over the
No.
2 knives.
it's not much for
Well, we also have
It's a lot of these.
So-
There's 9 people here.
3, 6,
Yeah, 9.
9.
she also hands over the 2 bananas. Bananas. Bananas.
Bananas.
Can I
Oh, that was.
borrow a pencil?
You know, Knives, I just noticed something.
Yeah.
I do more cutting, but your name is Knives. Isn't that funny?
something I never noticed and has never been brought up to me in my entire life.
So 2 potatoes.
We set up the shelter on the opposite side of the river, right?
You're currently on the.
No.
We haven't
west.
crossed the river.
You have not crossed the
And
river.
how many
Okay.
bananas?
The
What?
only ones,
How many bananas? 2 bananas.
the only ones who have ever crossed the river are the true 18.
Team.
I mean, this is survivable.
All right. Well, I think we have.
They come.
I don't mean to speak
they
for the
have
whole
most
group,
difficult travel.
but I think our current priorities: we have water. We need to figure out a way to get more food.
Do these bananas have seeds? Are they like the old bananas?
they're original bananas.
So they have seeds.
And then we also need to, well,
And you kept one of the bananas?
there's 2 I just handed to you.
Yeah.
So you kept a few.
I just gave you 2 of them, yes.
All right. No, just that's
No, I didn't keep any of them. Sharn gave over all the ones she has. Nick has 1 in reserve.
all right.
In his holster.
Yeah.
Banana holster.
He's just a holster of banana. But I think we should work on finding more food and then building more shelter, and then we can work on maybe crop cultivation the next day or tomorrow.
It's a lot of mouths to feed. All right.
We could also worry maybe about hunting. Perhaps we're working on a net for fishing, but perhaps we want to work on a way to take down game, wild game.
It may also be worth, keeping some animals.
True. But in the immediate need, we might need. I think it's kind of a we eat as much as we can and we put in reserve what we can.
All I can really make with this is soup that don't really have bowls.
Banana potato soup.
Oh, yeah.
You could actually make banana potato bread.
With what we?
The potato's the wheat.
All right.
It won't rise very much, but
And what oven?
Look, I can't solve all your problems, okay?
well, if you're looking to build an
We just need to
oven,
find Forlorn because I'm sure he's got some kind of fire.
well, if you're looking to build an oven, there is a way to build an outdoor oven with rocks. We could
And
potentially get
clay.
working on that as well.
I think a simple fire will have to do for now. Building an entire furnace out of clay, it seems about a bit of our skill set for now.
Mm.
Maybe focusing on a fire more shelter. Look like you already got that started.
Perhaps Dante and perhaps a few others could go out and get a little bit more building equipment. We can form a stockpile so that we don't have to keep going out every time we need more stuff.
It is starting to get dark.
We should build a fire just for light.
And perhaps that can wait for the morning and we eat now. And then in the morning we can divide up foraging groups, base camp groups, and building groups.
Yeah.
Does that sound workable? Feasible? I reckon that'll work out.
I didn't.
I
mean to
do
shoot
think
down-
that is a very good idea, sure.
I didn't mean to shoot down your whole furnace idea. I just don't think it's really possible. in the
Oh
moment.
no, you didn't bother me. I just thought that
Jean-Claude's request.
eventually it might be nice to have something that's capable of a little more concentrated heat in our food. Also, for preparing herbs for medicinal reasons, it can be important for the drying process.
Okay, so we are going to head to the last group, which is the true A team.
But they have a monkey now.
You have a monkey He's on your shoulder, just hanging out.
This monkey makes the team.
Honestly. So we, yeah. So the three of you were heading east, like your original path, or against the river. You
Well-
eventually get exactly where you were
Wait, no, hold on.
before. Yes.
We came across the little crossing. I thought we were heading back.
Yeah, no, we crossed to meet with Forlorn. John, Clem crossed to meet with Forlorn.
And then you were trying to find just an easy way to get
Yeah, so
across.
we're here.
Mhm.
And then we're coming back here to where the
intersection.
and then we're gonna head north because we don't want
Yeah.
to cross the river anymore.
Yeah.
We're following the demon horse.
Right. You get back to the intersection where you see the demon
Mm-hmm.
horse footprints.
I don't trust it, but I think we have to.
I'm not really worried about the demon horse. I'm worried about whatever's big enough to hunt it.
Yeah. You have something to say? I think she's in favor of continuing on. Yep, that seems positive to me. I think the demon horse can take care of itself.
Hey, Faye, give me a nature check.
Ranger.
As Clem? Sure. 6.
That was almost a natural point.
I know.
Ah, that would have been great. Okay.
A ranger with a -2 intelligence.
Yeah. So, all right,
Um,
yes.
John pushed a few times. I got a few natural ones. Did he not get any injuries?
So it's not the push can be different things. The push for that was 2 extra
All right.
drowning checks.
All right, let's onward, I guess. We can hopefully overcome this. We have a monkey. What could go wrong? We're not trying to cross the river anymore.
How much longer till sundown?
It's getting
Sunset,
dark.
or-
It's
okay.
getting dark. Like you yeah.
I mean, I can see in the dark, so.
So can I.
John?
I'm kind of walking blind.
We can lead you.
So give me perception checks. You 3.
Natural 20.
All right. Oh, actually, interesting. Okay.
12 for Forlorn and 10 for
I'm
John.
gonna become one with this monkey and this group.
So you give me before I reveal this, just for funsies, give me another nature check.
7.
Okay, that's fine. So in the distance, you see this humanoid wolf-like creature with like a staff, kind of
Holy shit!
on its own
Yeah.
in the woods.
Are y'all seeing that?
I can't see anything.
Sorry, Joe. Forlorn? Right there. You see
What the fuck?
the wolf man?
Right? Is that?
Do you think it's a werewolf?
I'll make a percentage.
I didn't think werewolves existed anymore.
We've seen a lot of things that haven't existed, Forlorn.
They're talking loud enough. Now you hear them.
Okay.
Fuck me. Oh, wait, no. Forlorn's.
Forlorn's tiefling, so he will understand you.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Verister, which you would understand, Forlorn. That's who's that?
Holy shit, is it talking? Oh, is it like the trolls? I repeat back whatever. Versus!
You're saying it wrong.
Ikaisa Wolfric.
Ikaisa Wolfric!
Jesus Christ.
We're lost. My name's Forlorn. Your name's Wolfric?
Yeah, my name is Wolfric.
We've been lost all
Ja,
day.
McNaughton as Wolfric?
Please. Forgive my companion.
What is with this one?
I'm trying.
I would like to plead for mercy with this wolf man.
I'm trying to figure it
Okay,
out myself.
sure. You don't need to roll.
No, I'm gonna.
Okay, I don't know.
I just
16.
Sure, you plead for mercy.
I do not know what is
Please don't kill us, Mr. Wolfman.
going on with this, but
I'm not gonna tell him to stop.
You're this.
we have some people down over there.
Oh really? Like a town?
Not so much.
I love imagining Wolfric saying that.
I would not call it a town. No, 9.
So you arrived here today too then? This morning?
As far as I can recall.
Oh, great and mighty Wolfman. We plead upon your benevolence.
What is he saying? He says that there's other people upriver.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I can't stand Forlorn's company any longer.
So he just sort of says whatever comes up into his mind, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they also have a monkey.
I wasn't going to question the monkey.
The monkey's a no addition. It's
I would have been surprised had you told me anything different.
but Sean's very useful. I recently discovered something about myself that I can be of use.
I do not know what you mean by that. I will tell you what. I have finally found my German accent.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I noticed.
I
Sehr gut.
will have to.
This whole time he's been covered in ice, by the way.
Yeah. Whatever it is you have going on is a little. I'm not going to like scary.
My apologies. It helps protect me, and it kind of just melts away.
I'm going to have to speak for Celsius. I do not make any decisions.
Well, you're not the leader.
No, of course I'm not the leader.
Okay.
Why would the leader be setting up a perimeter? I'm trying to protect these people.
And you're doing a very good job. You found us before we found them. Not saying that was planning on threatening them, but
You are not helping your case. Like I said, I'm going to have to go talk to some people. You need to stay here.
sure thing.
I
And
offer
he'll
a gold.
get really close to Forlorn.
We'll make ourselves comfortable.
And if I find you have done anything, I'm gone. There will be consequences.
I'll just make a fire. To get comfortable.
I plead for mercy and I offer gold to Wolfric.
He takes the gold. That one is strange. Keep an eye on him.
Did you make the bonfire?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just making a fire to get comfortable while we wait.
That is also concerning.
That can be of use.
You keep saying that.
O great and powerful wolfman, please have mercy on us all. We are just mere travelers lost in the woods.
Again, I'm going to go now. You three will stay here.
Forlorn, Clem, and that's John.
This is fine. Do as I say.
Of course. We're gonna stay here until Wolford comes back. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm gonna listen to the wolfman.
Yes.
Yes, that's right, Clarice.
Oh, you've named it.
So I
Clarice the monkey is what I'm
Yeah,
writing in my
write that down.
item.
I'm gonna go find knives.
No, okay.
All right. Oh, okay.
I guess I'm gonna grab Beatrice first because I know that
Okay.
that'll
They're
make things
struggling.
easier.
They're struggling
Beatrice
with a
is currently
fire.
working on the fibers still. Get back in her head.
I must apologize. I need you for. I need to talk with knives.
Oh, it is no trouble, dear. Anytime. Yes, let us go over and talk with knives, you said?
Yes. Yeah. Also, I need you to tell knives that I'm going to become French again. That's what you need to tell him. There are people outside of the camp, and they keep insisting. Well, one of them is very strange. He immediately upon seeing me, sort of fell onto the ground and began to, I guess, worship me. He gave me a gold coin, of which I do not have much for use.
Beatrice is gonna take the gold coin. Does she recognize it?
Huh? Oh yeah, it's like a gold coin from your town.
God. Forlorn and John are going to introduce capitalism.
Oh, this is I don't know if you would have recognized this, but this is the type of coin that we used to use in before the
The,
events that brought us here.
the Venus does not end there. You see, one of them was just like a perfectly normal guy.
Just the guy.
Okay,
But the third one,
the one that worshipped you?
9.
No.
This one was a giant lizard of some kind. I'm stealing
Mhm.
your accent.
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
No, Clem. She said the one that worships me.
Oh,
So okay,
okay.
I'm talking about Clem.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Oh, a giant lizard.
well, I suppose that was what it was. I was not entirely sure. He had a monkey. This one was. This is the one that concerns me the most. When I encountered him, first of all, he looks something much like yourself, although he is klein skinny and
Covered in ice.
First of all, he is a man. But secondly, he was covered in ice. And then afterwards, when he dismissed the ice, which was weird enough, he then made a small fire out of nothing. He insisted that he could be of use, but I felt like this was the sort of thing that somebody would say if they wanted to, say, infiltrate a camp and perhaps do some sort of nefarious things.
I'm not the weirdest.
I'm not sure that I trust the praying lizard either, but
Lizard. You're praying mantis, but praying lizard.
But that one does definitely seem less dangerous.
Harmless.
at the very least at base value.
I think. Well, we can go talk with Knives as well, but I think at this point we are going to give everyone a first chance, and if anyone does something that will negatively affect us as a group, our ability to survive, then we can come to a decision about being more harsh. But I think we must first be cautiously optimistic. We
Yeah.
may still be cautious, but optimistic.
There is strength in numbers, but all it takes is but one wolf in sheep's clothing.
This is coming from a null.
When that happened, it spoiled the punch.
She knows every
Then-
metaphor.
Perhaps
Got one.
perhaps we can keep an extra eye on this person.
Like I said, one of them is sort of perfectly normal. I do not think in buying French again. I'm going to be becoming French.
And Claude, you're not part of this conversation.
This is not. This is not.
This is not so good.
This is not
also,
good.
Gutenberg, hello from Germany.
I'm
so sorry.
Go
home.
That is sort of perfectly normal. Again, I'm becoming French. It's so easy to do a French accent when I'm trying to be German.
Blue. Sacre blue, mommy.
Sacre no.
And the one who is
Surprise.
submissive, I do not know what to make of him. I am sort of becoming French again.
I'm from Alsace-Lorraine.
Oh my god, we're devolving so fast.
The one who concerns me is the one who can do the ice and the fire and
Well, let us talk to the Knives and perhaps also Sharon. We perhaps maybe talk to everyone and just get a general understanding of the opinion of the group. But I do not want you to think that I am not taking your concerns seriously, but I do think that it may be worth it to give everyone a first chance.
I just am concerned about this man with the powers.
I understand. Let us go. You wanted to talk to Knives?
Well, I suppose the only thing that I needed to do was, I suppose before I become French again for the fifth fucking time. Why is it so hard for me to do German accent? I do it all the time.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut.
Das-
It's because I'm
I-
speaking in a
it's-
French
yeah, I
accent.
know.
my
Right.
apologies.
No, and you're doing a much better job of it than I am. What I suppose I need is simply for you to relay this information. I do not think that I'm French again.
That you understand.
It was easier when I could just speak German. I suppose I'm not strictly necessary for this conversation. Again, I'm French.
The wandering
He
eye.
doesn't. I'm gonna stop trying. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
He
what-
doesn't think he needs to be there if you can just tell him that information.
Yeah.
He wanted to get you to tell Knives, but he figured that you were gonna go over together. But then we ended up just having a conversation. It's sort of the gist of what's trying to go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Beatrice will go over to Knives
Mhm.
and Sharn, and since
He's
I-
like struggling with a fire.
Can Sharn assist him?
Yeah, sure. At this moment, that's what's going on. So just make a crafting check with bolster one.
Oh, that is 16.
there's drier
So you
wood
come
here.
upon them as they just make a fire.
I do not mean to interrupt. I realize that now that we are gaining more people, it is we will have to come up with some way to make decisions as a group. But I thought first I would bring up that something that Wufik noticed to you and Knives, since you seem to sort of lead the
I'm gonna
groups.
go and sort of not come back to the others, but just sort of like poke my head over and sort of scout what they're doing.
Clem is playing with the monkey.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing with them?
I
Sure.
have with her, I am playing like a rudimentary tug of war with the twig I have.
Okay. What can I check with that? Be a fun check, a game check? I guess performance. I
Okay.
guess? I don't know.
Use your charisma on
If
that
you think
stick.
something else makes sense, I'll let you do it because I don't fucking know.
Could I use acrobatics as I'm like twirling
Sure.
around?
I'll
Okay.
do that.
Then it's a 10.
Okay. You're both having fun.
Forlorn and John are talking, just discussing like
And what's that conversation like, David?
Yeah.
Give us an insight. Let's get a
Okay,
picture.
hold on. I think we finally did it. I think we're gonna be safe from now. Once they let us in. Are you sure they're gonna let us in though? This guy seemed very. I couldn't understand the conversation. He seemed very hesitant. Oh no, then I mean, we can plead our case. I think we can do this. It's, if we don't do that, if we don't get in, I think we will die out here. Thank you, Clem, for adding to the conversation.
Anytime. Me and Clarice are always here to support you, John. Not you, Forlorn.
All right. So we're gonna go back to
Mhm. So
Sharon.
I-
All right. So you said that there was some information you needed to know.
Yes, Wulfric was doing a search of the perimeter, very kind of him, just to check. And apparently there is a group of 3 people, newcomers,
Well, that's
that
good
are
news, right?
from where we came from. I
Oh.
believe they had a coin that matches.
Do you have the coin?
Does the coin have the name of the city on it?
What's the name of the ruler?
I'm gonna say no. It's just a picture of the ruler.
All right.
And that looks familiar.
I recognize it.
And so I think they are probably in the same situation we are. However, Wulfric was very cautious about one of the members of the group in particular, because this member of the group seems to be a tiefling like me, but has
some sort of magical powers. Of some kind. It is unclear. Wulfric said is that
A mage?
That
I think
oh,
We're in the past and you think magic isn't possible.
this is all just. It's been a very crazy 16 hours.
Wulfric said that this person was able to sort of create fire and had ice all over them and was able to dissipate it.
Orgon very upsetly just throws the sticks into the fire.
That sounds that useful, to be perfectly honest.
I know it sounds very useful, but I didn't want to. Something about this person made Wulfric very concerned, very cautious.
Well-
I don't think we should not give them a chance. I think that this person could be very useful, especially with the fire, and we should help others that are in our situation. But I just wanted to bring that up because it was something that Wulfric was very cautious about.
And I trust Wulfric. If he has an issue with one of these guys,
It's just the mage?
No, there were two others. One perfectly normal man, apparently.
Perfect description of him. Perfectly normal. That's how
Yeah.
David pitched.
Yeah.
It's just the song. Well, he gets up every morning and he goes to work at 9.
Have you ever seen that Will Ferrell movie? I can't remember what it was called. But it was like a Will Ferrell movie where this guy who works as a tax collector, where he has like the same routine every day. It turns out that his life is being narrated by an
Yes,
author.
I have
Oh,
seen
isn't
that.
that just
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one actually.
isn't that
Surprise.
it's the something show? It's the
No, Truman Show. That's something
Okay.
different. This is Jim Carrey.
That's kind of what I pictured. Is that Will Ferrell
Yeah.
character?
So there is one perfectly normal man,
Right.
apparently, and some sort of large humanoid lizard folk with a pet monkey and perhaps began to worship Wulfric.
Cleric, so useful.
It was
Alfred becomes Clem's god.
so they seemed odd to say the least, except for the perfectly normal man, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say any of us are perfectly normal, but
No, certainly not.
no, mages tend to be pretty power hungry from when the old legends go, and they're pretty interested in themselves and their own interests. However, I do agree we should give this person a chance because their abilities could be very useful.
You
But-
ostracize for Lord. Holy shit! I don't know what he would do.
I think we should keep an eye on this individual.
You would make a very
And-
big enemy.
Perhaps limit or carefully guide the power they want to use or gain.
That is a good idea, and I was thinking perhaps I'm not totally sure, but something that we will have to work out at a later time is now that we are a group of would be with these 3 newcomers, 12 people, we must have some sort of
Leadership.
leadership, yes, or yes,
Decision
Someone say
making.
leadership.
leadership.
I think decision making processes that are important. Maybe we can work on that a little bit.
I think,
Tomorrow.
well, we all just met each other. It's gonna be very hard to decide who's gonna lead.
Yes, I think that is
This
true.
is not a head decision at all.
Perhaps the majority role, unless it is a life in danger.
Yeah, voting as a group would be good.
Perhaps we should put the inclusion of these 3 newcomers to a vote. to establish the principle before they arrive.
Sounds appropriate to me.
Well,
Sharon's gonna whistle again.
Right. All right, everyone gathers.
All right.
I heard someone whistle.
Wolfric will kind of find a halfway point
Okay.
where you can still sort of like listen to what they're doing, but still like sort of clock.
Okay. He's listening. Will he be able to vote? Will you be able to vote? Or you just
If
want
he
to
hears,
try to hear what's
if he,
going on?
if he hears them talking about voting,
Uh-huh.
then he would like raise his hand when it was
Okay.
appropriate.
Gotcha.
All right. There are apparently 3 newcomers who are identified by Wolfric on the edge of our camp. It is up to us to decide whether we want to allow them to join us. I personally believe everyone deserves a chance, and they are from where we are originally from, and so they deserve our hospitality and our aid. And there are those among them that may have abilities that could assist us. However, we were discussing, and we need a way to make decisions among such a large group as ourselves.
Of course, I volunteer.
We were thinking more majority roles until we all know each other better.
Then everybody can come visit me and get to know me.
All right, they can. In the meantime, all those in favor of allowing the newcomers to join camp, there are 3 of them. From what I understand, there is one perfectly normal individual, the normalest man you've ever met. There is a reptilian fellow with a pet monkey who potentially is worshipping Wolfric as a god,
Mhm.
and a individual with some magical talent, which is right rare as far as I know, and could be dead useful. This person can start fires. That would assist us greatly.
I think it's important to mention that Wolfric is mistrusting of this mage.
True.
I do trust Wolfric, but it's undeniable that someone of that capability would be useful.
Especially in keeping us safe. So we're going to put it to a vote. All those in favor of allowing the individuals to join our camp.
Wait.
What?
Should we
say aye.
Well, a bit too late now. Aye.
I
Aye.
Hi.
Ah.
I'm 11. Do I get to vote?
Yes. You have an equal saying in our community.
Cool.
You're a member.
Sure, let them in. I
Of course.
I volunteer to keep an eye on the mage.
Yes, that is one thing we discussed, is that perhaps we could keep an eye on this mage and channel their more power-hungry or potentially dangerous tendencies towards other outlets other than the group. Wolfric, if he's present, aye
He sort of perks up.
or nay?
9.
Odysseus says no.
You made
So
a
close
nay.
as that much.
All right.
You can interpret that however you want.
Well, how does Ambriel vote?
And welcome them with open arms. Cool.
Embryo fully suntanning.
I believe that as you gave us a chance, we should give them a chance.
All right, the ayes have it, but with caution. We invite them in. But I also believe that we should also establish rules before they arrive, considering the caution among us. Any transgression against each other should be met first with a warning. And second, there should be some punishment. And third, perhaps banishment.
What kind of punishment?
I don't know. Maybe something that's fitting with the crime?
I have always proposed that the most fitting punishments are to fix the things that you have broken. A sort of mediated discussion between the two parties, that the injured party and the party that's wronged, and a mediated discussion between the two, and coming to an agreement about what sort of reparation the perpetrator could offer to the victim in this case. I think that would be the most helpful in the long run. It is maybe not a cruel punishment, but I don't think any of us want to be cruel. I think there is already a lot of uncertainty in this world, and we want to be able to trust each other. So if one person is wronged, I think restoring trust and establishing retribution should be prioritized.
I agree.
That's a lot more civil than I was thinking. I was thinking of just letting them go about eating for like a meal or two, but yeah,
All,
it's a way better idea.
all those in favor of Beatrice and I's proposal of a 3-strike system, with the second step being retributive punishment. All those in favor,
Well,
say aye.
I thought the third one was banishment.
It is.
Okay, just clarifying.
Yeah. First the warning, then retributive justice,
And
mediation, and then thirdly, banishment.
I would like to perhaps I'm too soft-hearted, but I do believe that if what I understand of this world as it is, banishment, we must acknowledge, will be akin to a death sentence. I think that it would be wise to only use the punishment of banishment for the crimes that cannot be solved in any other way.
Agreed. I think that's an excellent addendum.
Like murder.
Yes. Murder or assault. All those in favor of this proposed system, and I will add the caveat, we must all vote on banishment. And it must
Unanimous
be
agreement.
Unanimous agreement.
Yes.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Well, would the vote include the person?
No.
All right, this that would mean that we would never.
Yeah, no,
right?
no. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
What does unanimous mean?
Everyone agrees.
This is a thing that.
So like we all have to say, yeah, you're kicked out.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that sounds cool. Whatever.
This is agreeable to me.
I believe we've come upon a most just system.
Alright.
Look to Odysseus. All right. I think we have our rules and our establishment. Wolfric, if you would mind escorting them, and I turn to Beatrice to kind of translate.
Wilfried?
Yeah.
Would you like to invite them, or one of us can go with you?
I'll go with you.
I will be able to do this on my own. It does not make me happy to do this.
I understand. Thank you for doing it anyway.
And he will go.
Also explain the rules.
We can skip over that.
Well,
You all
yeah,
heard the
Yeah.
you
rules.
say it, yeah. But yeah, he returns to you. Everything like this. You can say at whatever point you go over the rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, you return to them. You see Wolfric come back.
I bow again.
You don't. Okay.
don't have to do that every time. All right.
It's worked out really well so far.
Good news.
We have decided to, for the moment, allow you to join us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
However, there are strict rules, as decided by committee.
Well, in any society, there's rules, but would you like to explain them now?
We'll let another person do the explanation, mostly because I did not wish to, and also in becoming fighting.
My terrible faith.
Terrible.
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 But oder it was not my decision, so I do not feel that I am the best to describe these things to you.
Believe me, you are not going to regret this.
He again gets really close before Lauren. Yeah, I did not regret this.
You will head over.
I turn
the
back to
booth.
everyone. I turn back to everyone, to Clem and John. They're letting us in.
Clem goes up and gives Wolfric a hug.
We're just sort of awkwardly like.
We've nearly died a few times today. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, we walk.
All right. So everyone gathers at the same spot, and you see newcomers.
Oh,
We're not ending there.
Yeah, you all, those of you who are at camp, see a if you know what it is, a dragonborn, coppery, of about 5'11", kind of skinny, scrawny. Some of you might recognize him, depending.
Oh boy.
His name is Clem. You might recognize him from some street deals or a ditch digging or
Posters.
wanted posters.
Well, hello, Clem, and welcome.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy to be here among you and not fighting for my life currently. It's
I
real
see you
improvement.
have a companion as well.
Yes, this is Clarice. We're best friends now.
Clarice.
Yes. Clarice is the best. Clarice showed us how to cross a river without drowning. And that's the end of our friendship.
That monkey's just another mouth to feed. Sorry, there's just another mouth to feed. I don't know if
Are you saying that we should kill and eat a monkey? One that clearly has already been sort of bonded with. It's got a name.
listen, I'm not saying I'm happy about it, but if it comes down to it, I mean, we have 2 bananas and 2 potatoes between 12 people.
Well, we are going to have to go and get more at a point.
You see Clem eats one of the berries then.
Who lived in town? Remind me.
It would have
It was
been
everybody but
Clem,
jumped out of
Sharn.
Beatrice did not live in town.
Sharn would come in and out of town as
Beatrice
needed,
wasn't
and
talking.
then Nick lived at an estate.
Yeah, so anyone who lived in town, you might recognize Forlorn, and you might recognize Clem for totally different
And
reasons.
you might recognize John for a third set of reasons.
Yeah.
I will let you role play wise decide if you want to or not.
Oh shit!
Forlorn, was not expecting to see you here.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. There's 12 characters.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Sharn.
yeah.
Sharn.
Am I to take that you are the mage that we've been discussing?
I wouldn't really call myself a mage. I just found this out about myself today.
Well, I would. I know the old legends. Mage is the title that I would grant you.
I really couldn't accept it, but I'm
It's more of a description than a title, to be perfectly honest, but
Happy to see you. Sad that you're here with me in this.
glad sad. It's a good way to describe it.
In this. Well, you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, we're all making new beginnings and trying to pick up the pieces of what we had lost and where we are now. Currently, and Sharon will kind of give them an overview of like, currently, this is what we have, this is what we're working on. In the morning, we're going to create a couple different groups to go. Perhaps you could go with one of the groups to go hunting.
I've never been hunting before, but I can see what I can do. I was told there are rules.
Ah, yes. Rules. We've all agreed that most decisions are going to be made by majority rule, except in the case of
Fair enough.
transgressions or crimes. This goes for all of you, all of us. First transgression, as long as it's minor, warning. Second transgression is retributive justice and mediation. You fix what you've broken. Third, on a unanimous vote, not including the accused, is banishment. But that is only reserved for high crimes, murder, assault.
Tax evasion.
I would expect nothing but something fair coming from you.
I try, and we are an odd grouping. I'll admit that. But we're going to need each other to survive. No one can make it alone.
And since I just learned this today, maybe I can show some of you how to produce lightning and fire. It's just a big group of sorcerers.
I mean, that's all we've got at the moment. So
Dante will come up behind Clem, sort of in an unintentionally menacing way. It's Clem.
Oh, you scared me. Hi, Dante. It's been a while.
Certainly.
How's the
Well, as far as I know, they're either stranded in the future without me or they're dead. So
Yeah, I'm walking. Have you met Clarice?
I have discussed Clarice, yes. I just want to make sure that, obviously we know each other for reasons.
Yeah, we do.
And that's not going to be a problem.
Won't be a problem at all. And all about, you know me, I'm an easy going guy. Not about grudges or anything like that. Hopefully you're not as well.
Well, grudge is a strong word for it, but
I think I'm really turning over a new leaf.
is that so?
Yeah.
Your fingers have gotten a little heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. And you see sort of, again, unintentional.
Yeah.
You see sort of like the setting sun sort of glint against his,
Yeah.
his cleaver.
Yeah. Hands of steel. But in like a non-threatening.
And he'll.
I'm all about that peace, love, and solidarity.
Do you guys have a place to sleep? I almost drowned. Like,
Oh yeah. Listen, John's a fucking hero.
I just say what anyone would have done.
oh, what has happened?
John saved me from drowning in a horrible watery death.
Oh, that would explain why your clothes are all damp.
Yeah.
Please,
Oh,
come
right.
sit.
Yeah.
Come
actually.
sit by the fire. Warm
Clem
up.
fully just starts stripping.
Actually,
you guys already
con checks, by the way.
Clem, keep it
Now I
PG.
think about it.
No. 4.
Ooh, okay. You sneeze. Yeah, you're fine. You get an extra 1.
Listen, it's not sexual. I just I'm not ashamed of my body. I
No,
don't want
Clem,
to
it's not about shame. Just nobody wants to see it.
It sounds like you're shaming me, man.
Just undergarments.
For the children, and he'll gesture to Cat.
Cat, who is completely ignoring this.
I think you robbed me once.
Yeah, because it was fucking easy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Really respect your work.
It's a very such a group you guys got here.
What? Who are you?
My name's Forlorn. I don't think yeah,
No,
Forlorn.
Cat.
I don't think I've met you before.
No, I'm.
I'm glad you haven't met me before. Most people didn't like me back in the city. I was a tax collector.
Oh. Well, you're not anymore, right? Club's like, yeah, he fucking sucked. Now you do like weird shit.
Yeah, I do weird shit.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
You guys already have a fire, so I mean, I guess that I'm a bit less useful currently. Yeah, but John's a hero. He saved Clem's life.
Truth.
Yeah, I guess.
Someone asked about shelter.
Well, I guess we
there's
kind
only
of
4
gather.
spots.
Yeah, we gather around. I imagine we want to give a spot to John.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jean Claude.
Jean-Claude.
Uh,
Of caps.
is sneezing a lot.
Clem is sneezing a lot, but
But you can't get Jean-Claude sick.
yeah.
Well,
Jean-Claude gets.
it might not. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but he might be developing a cold.
Yeah, and what I will say is that Sharn is, I think, probably the most elderly person here,
Mm-hmm.
and was attacked by a wolf
Yes.
earlier today.
Who is the most?
But not as elderly as.
I think we should do a quick roll call
Oh,
and
Expands that. Right?
see which people are injured. I know it was a very tough day for a lot of us. I believe Jean-Claude, Sharon, Jean. You said you had almost drowned.
Yeah, I almost drowned, and
Then perhaps you should. There's one more spot to take in just the shelter. I'm fine with sleeping under.
if anyone wants to take it, I mean,
Yeah,
there's only one spot. There's 12 of us.
I'm used to it. I'm fine sleeping outside with Odysseus.
Yeah, same. It's just like being at.
Did you know that he was, sick?
He's whispering to Wolfric.
So much. Jesus Christ.
It had me nice and there and Nick and that's it.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
I'm not. My nose itches a little bit, but like.
Forlorn takes a step back.
Oh no, dear. Get near the fire. Warm up.
Yeah, I think that maybe me and John can alternate or something since we both drowned.
Can you give me another con check, by the way?
Yeah,
See if this fire helps you.
it does. 13.
13? Okay.
Actually, yeah, I think it might be better if you don't sleep with the rest.
Yeah. It's okay. I've been told that many times before.
No, it's just that it looks like you're coming up with a cold, and we don't really have medicine for that.
Yeah, it's all right. Me and Clarice will
And
just
by
bunk
that,
down.
he does mean Jean Claude.
Yeah, I'll just bunk down by the fire with Clarice.
Yeah, Beatrice, Cat, and Embrielle aren't gonna take the shelter, so they'll give up spots.
Should we have some sort of watch?
Should we have some sort of watch?
That might be a good idea. Who wants to take? Well, if we take like 1 to 2 hour shifts, that should
There's
be
12
good.
of us, so
Sleep for each of us can get 8 hours that way.
I could take the first watch.
So as a reminder for how keeping watch works,
Mhm.
you may do so during your long rest. You do not recover any of your HP, or remove fatigue if you have it, which allows you to make a perception check to watch for nature throughout the night,
Mhm.
or whatever. Multiple characters can do this. However, keeping watch requires an endurance check. At the end of a long rest with a DC of 5, with the DC increasing by 5 for every night in a row you keep watch. If you fail, you'll get a point of fatigue. Fatigue is
Bad.
so you have hinder 1 skill checks,
Mhm.
and then -5 speed at level 1, and it'll get progressively worse until you get 7 and die.
All right.
So we can't split up shifts then.
No,
Okay.
that's a pain in the ass. This is a much easier system.
Wolfric is going to volunteer.
Okay.
To take watch.
Wolfric, have you eaten?
No.
Okay.
Nick will volunteer.
Okay.
I've eaten today, and I'm feeling pretty hell. I have a little bit of a sore shoulder, but it's not really affecting me that much, other than occasional twinges. So I feel perfectly comfortable staying up, and people can bed down with Odysseus to keep warm.
Well, if you two are offering, then I trust you two. Just even though I just met you two.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever met Nick.
Forlorn.
Nice to meet you.
Electricity, but like a bad kind, like
He
foreboding.
sees that and just.
Mhm.
He shall run.
Okay. So first of all, who is resting inside the
We
shelter?
only decided 3,
Sharn, Jean-Claude, and John.
and
And
Dante is
Dante.
gonna try to push for Kat to be in the
Okay.
tent, but she doesn't want to be.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And
no.
if they
She
can't,
can see
and if in the end
Mhm.
they can't convince Kat to sleep in the little lean-to,
Mhm.
then since he does have sort of wounds to lick,
Yes.
Mhm.
Dante would,
Okay.
you know.
yeah, so it's the 4 of us.
I don't want to
huddling
be
forward.
cramped in a shelter. I want to go sleep with a horse. That sounds better.
Right,
So-
but you should be, as a young person, you should be like safe from the elements.
I'll have a horse.
I can make
I-
another fire.
I guess I can't argue with that.
Besides, you're like bleeding all over the place, and I'm fine.
I've had worse.
I can make another fire if that's of any use. I mean, you already have one going.
I'm not the person to ask. I don't know.
I think we're all right for now, but maybe in the future.
Does your fire eat wood?
No. It's the
Kat asked
ability
if his fire ate wood, and he said no.
I think it does. That's
bonfire.
not how fire works.
Well, it's a magical
metaphorically,
fire.
Yeah.
Does it? Do you need
Ooh,
wood?
does it use wood?
Do you need
No,
wood to make it
but-
work?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Fire
No.
makes 2 things: carbon, oxygen, and it creates 2 things: water and CO2.
Correct, but it is magic, so you don't need any of that.
No.
You don't need oxygen.
It just happens.
Well,
And I kind of
Not for his
just
fire.
do it.
So then it's probably a good idea. Like we already burned that wood, so like it's burnt wood, so whatever. But like going forward, so we don't waste wood and we don't waste time like having to find wood that isn't wet. That's probably nice to have fire that doesn't need fuel. I'm gonna go sleep by the horse. Good night.
Okay. So everyone who's resting in the shelter,
Mhm.
roll a d6 and add your con mod to that.
Oh, in the shelter.
To a minimum of 0. Don't add it if it's a negative. Yes, just if you're in the shelter
So
specifically.
we're rolling a d6 and adding a con.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7 for Dante.
3 for Sharn.
And hold on.
Heal that much.
Oh, hey, and a 6 for Jean Claude.
Okay. So you all heal whatever you roll.
7 for
plus-
John.
So you should all be at full.
I am not.
Right. For everyone else, there's Mastercard. But for everyone else, whoever's not keeping watch, heal equal to your con mod.
Clem has 2 health.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a negative,
Then ignore it.
it's just a 0?
Yeah.
Cool.
You gain no health back.
I don't think Knives was injured, but
I don't think so.
it is a +3 concentration.
Okay. So that's that. Now we go to the people who are keeping watch. It's Nick.
Wolfert and
and Wolfert.
Yeah.
You do not heal. Wolfric, I need you to. Well, here, let's do this first. Let's do the perception checks. You both have done.
Nick does, yes.
Okay.
Nick has 80.
I think I do.
Okay.
Let me double check.
I think you do as well. What was your total?
It'd be kind of weird for
I
me
didn't
not
roll.
to have dark
Okay,
vision.
go ahead and roll perception then, Faith. We know you have dark vision.
9, unfortunately.
9. Okay.
Where is the no?
But I can
Yeah,
see
dark
80
vision.
feet, so
And I got a 10.
that's
Yeah,
not
10.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a 7.
Dang.
Hey.
So just throughout the night, there's nothing you notice that comes nearby at least, but you do hear "Ooh" throughout the night.
We did make our camp right next to a wolf
We didn't,
territory.
yeah, we didn't cross the river to.
Now I need who did not eat.
Wolfert.
Okay, so Wolfert, give me
All my characters.
give me one endurance check.
That's just Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Okay, you're fine. If it continues, the DC will be higher.
Mhm.
Then both of you give me an endurance check for staying up. Good.
That's kind of.
Dirty, natural 20.
You were totally good. You were also fine. It's just a DC 5. But if you continue to do it, the DC goes up by 5.
Yeah.
So you are all fine, and you pass through the night, and you all survive the first day.
That
Yeah.
was
This motherfucking forest.
So stressful.
That was one day. Yeah, this is the first day.
Ooh.
Yes. So interesting.
now we play a game of politics.
You're right. I was like, ooh, democracy. Interesting. I was like, there's lots of different little things people can do. See how this little society will go. So that's fun. And there's already a punishment method. Amazing. Second thing they did when they invented their democracy. So, thank you for joining us, everyone. Does anyone have a good sign off today?
Stay loyal, my friends.
Our desserts always be worshipful.
May your suspicions always be founded. Stay normal, my friends. Thank you, everyone.